Welcome to Passages, the podcast where life gets deep, friendship gets real, and the wisdom of the Bible flows. Usually right after a debate about tacos and Bigfoot. Join Patrick Birch, Drew Kaiser, Jason Pulliam, and Tim Layton as they explore Scripture, share great quotes, and occasionally get sidetracked by snacks and bad preachers.
But we shall miss him. There will be one vacant chair. We shall linger to caress him when we breathe our evening's prayer.
I think we may just make this our theme song.
Yeah.
Because it seems like every week somebody is missing.
Yeah.
It seems we're
Every single
very
week.
busy people.
We have lives beyond the podcast. I know the quality of the podcast makes our listeners think this is a full-time job for the four of us. But no.
But we do have to
Believe it or
pay the
not.
bills.
Have a day job.
We have day jobs.
Yes.
And,
well, I mean, you have a 2-day job.
well,
I mean,
one and a half.
Sunday and
One and a
Wednesday.
half.
Yeah. But only a couple hours on Wednesday, right?
Yeah.
And I'm not even teaching on Wednesday nights this quarter. So can you imagine? What a beautiful life I lead.
Yeah.
Tim is in Dallas tonight on work.
Work assignment.
We wish him well. Hope he gets back home safe and hopefully will join us next week.
I hope we get a picture of him sitting on a horse or a cow. You know, when he went to India, we got a picture of him sitting on a camel.
We did.
I
That
really,
was many moons ago.
really am hoping that we see a picture of Tim sitting on a horse.
Or at least wearing some chaps and
Chaps would be
Spurs.
pretty amazing. Yeah.
cowboy hat.
A 10-gallon hat.
One of those jersey cow vests
Oh, yeah.
with the
absolutely.
spots on it.
Yeah.
That would be beautiful. Tim, get that done. Before we get into new stuff, I have to make a correction. We have this public service that we do where we define the new lingo that's always changing. And even though we do a lot of research, sometimes we get things wrong. And one of our girls came up to me tonight and she said that I didn't do, I called it 41, which means if it has any meaning, the number 41 means to have a lot. But she said, first of all, there's a move that goes
I
with
didn't
it.
know that. She told me that too.
And as with 6-7, a 6-7, as with 6-7, you say 4-1.
Yeah. And
I don't know if I got
do
the
your
cadence
hands
right.
horizontally.
Yes.
4-1.
4-1.
Clock it.
I hate everything about this.
Yeah. So, folks, don't say 41. That exposes you as a boomer. And you don't want to be a boomer, from what I understand.
Especially if you're a Gen Xer and they're calling you a boomer. That hurts.
They don't know what boomer means, but you say 4-1.
I also got a correction because I forced my family to listen to the episode on our way back from.
You forced them?
Yeah, we
Y'all were stuck in the car and you had control.
we had an hour and a half coming back from a volleyball game earlier this week, and since we were in the car for an hour and a half, I said, "Have you guys listened to Passages?" Of course, they had not, and so I said, "Well, now's the time." So we got to the this segment and
Gen Alpha Dictionary.
yeah, and when you got to Cindy, I got a little bit of a correction on that.
Okay.
It has nothing to do with a foot-long sub.
Oh,
Which I believe is what you said.
Let's get Cindy. if you're eating a sub,
Please.
it could be.
No.
It could be.
You're going to have to mute me.
Hold on, let me get the censor button.
So is
ready.
it for a drink?
That's what it was more described to me at. Like you were effectively you're shotgunning a drink, which in my household would be maybe an energy drink.
Okay, whatever. I'm not going to say it in real life.
I've never.
I'm just reporting what I have seen.
I have said send it before.
Referring to
Not
chugging a drink?
No, but like go do it. Send it.
Oh.
right?
I've
So-
said that about an
But that's
email.
not
Yeah.
Cindy.
But right, when I don't understand the lingo. I'm just not cool anymore.
Well,
the young lady that was talking to Drew, I was having a long. First of all, I'm so excited that our podcast is reaching out to the younger generation.
All ages, Jason.
Yeah.
We touch all ages, from the old to the young. They listen to us. They comment. They don't like and subscribe, though. I've noticed, folks.
no,
you
no,
can like and
or
subscribe.
rating or review.
I heard that Eli plays it for Hattie to put her to sleep.
Well,
That's sweet.
Yeah.
you know, we used to do the same
She-
thing with Drew's sermons for our boys.
We have a Gen Z member of the Gen Z generation in our studio audience tonight. Taylor Pullum is with us, and we're glad
he has been threatened
he's
within
here.
an inch of his life
We've
not to
put
say
him
a
on
word. Though.
voice
he's on
restriction
voice
tonight.
restriction, but
If
he
he
is here.
behaves well, maybe he can make another visit one day. But anyway, this young lady, we were talking about these phrases, and she said, "How old are you? When were you born?" And I said, "Well, I was born and I said the year, the late 70s." And she dropped her notepad and just
in shock.
stared at me like, "Wait a minute, the 1970s?" It hurt a little bit.
The previous century?
Year of our Lord.
And then she relayed that her dad was born when I was probably in the 7th or 8th grade. So that crushed my spirit a little bit more. But if you're listening to this, you know who you are. I'm not going to say your name for anonymity's sake, but we appreciate you listening. And we want your feedback. She said she would be willing to come into the studio and help us with any of the Gen Alpha language in the future.
Well,
if we
I
need.
would love for her to read the word and see. This would prevent
Oh yeah.
a 41 incident,
That's
which
right.
I may coin that phrase for
Yeah.
mispronouncing a word.
Yeah.
You really
I did it.
41'd that.
You
Drew.
41 that.
Yeah. Clock it.
Clock it.
Jason, I would like to compliment your use of anonymity a second ago.
Yeah.
You didn't even stumble over saying it.
No, that's the word I'm very good
Yeah.
at. Yeah. Now I probably
Those
used
are
it
the
with
sea creatures, right?
Yeah.
The coral.
The sea anemone.
I probably used it in poor grammar.
No,
I
you
did get
didn't.
the word.
No.
I got the word right.
I was very impressed.
Perfect.
The way it came out was so smooth. It was almost like it's not a hard word to say.
That's awesome.
Anonymity.
I like it when things go right. Anemone.
The sea anemone. The sea anemone.
Anemone.
Yeah. That's the thing on Finding Nemo.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
So guys, can I jump into my segment?
Go hit it.
Please.
Wait, which sound effect are we going
This
with?
segment tonight, we're going to go with In Memoriam. If you can play me some In Memoriam music, let me get my link pulled up here. Today's a sad day, guys. Renowned anthropologist, conservationist, Jane Goodall passed away today at the age of 91. If you were a child of the 80s and 90s, you remember Jane Goodall and her work with the chimpanzees, going all the way back to the 60s. Jane Goodall, known to all of her friends as Jane Goodall, but known to the chimpanzees as that was her name to the chimpanzees, has passed now.
Jason, I'm doubly impressed now that you hid from me what I was doing with a chimpanzee sound effect.
The Jane Goodall Institute has learned this morning, Wednesday, October 1st, 2025, that Dr. Jane Goodall, UN Messenger of Peace and founder of the Jane Goodall Institute, has passed away due to natural causes, which is what usually happens around the age of 90, 91.
Well, what's unusual is that she died of natural causes after spending a lifetime with apes.
Very
you would
dangerous.
She
animals.
was in California.
Kudos to Goodall.
She was in California as part of her speaking tour in the United States. So she was 91 years old and still doing speaking. And I can remember Jane Goodall videos from when I was a child. She was on on Saturday morning, the networks would run some nature shows later in the morning, and she was there. Just to give you some history, those of you who have no idea who she is, let me get that link pulled up. Hold on just a moment. I'm struggling.
It's okay, we got filler music,
Yeah.
Jason.
So she was considered the world's foremost expert on chimpanzees, having studied the social and family interactions of wild chimpanzees for over 60 years. And she first went to the Gombe Stream National Park in Tanzania in 1960. And she actually lived with the chimpanzees for some time. Really made a lot of contributions to the natural sciences and understanding, the chimpanzee and its similarities to humans. But I just thought it was sad. I didn't know she was still alive. Y'all are laughing, and I'm being serious.
I just don't know what you're doing right now. I really, this is for you a weird segment.
Well, I'm just saying.
What is happening?
Do you not remember the Jane Goodall
I remember
specials?
Jane. I honestly thought she died about 20 years ago.
Well, I really did too, but she's got tons of work. I mean, research.
Yes, she was
famous.
Now,
she was the croc hunter
of her generation
before
on land.
She was Steve Irwin before Animals and Animal Planet and all those shows got famous. I mean, she made it to network. She was on Time Magazine. She was a spectacular human being. And
I didn't know you were that big a fan.
I was just
I never heard you
when I saw
utter her
today.
name, and I've known you a long time. Now, I have a question about Coco the monkey. So, I've always heard that...
You said it was such a straight face.
I've always heard that chimpanzees, when they're young, you put the diaper on them, they're fun, that you can put them in a movie, you can give them a high five, you can carry them on your back, and all's well and good until they get into those adolescent years, and then they start tearing appendages off and eating your flesh.
Coco's a gorilla, though.
Well, whatever.
It's totally different from a chimpanzee.
Yeah.
Jane Goodall knew that.
Well, that's why we revere her. But I'm asking a question here. Is it not true that chimpanzees get pretty dangerous when they grow up?
I
you don't mess with them.
I think the strength of an adult chimpanzee is considered extremely dangerous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they'll use it. I mean, I've seen Planet of the Apes.
Yeah.
You don't mess around. And she lived with these characters
In the wild.
in the wild. So I guess she just never made eye contact with the leader.
I don't know. Can
Yeah.
you
And-
imagine being a female in 1960 moving to Africa to work and study primates?
I mean,
And did she?
let's take a look at the muscle definition on
Patrick
this
just-
chimpanzee.
Put up a picture of a chimpanzee with
Wow.
no hair.
But still, look at the muscle
that's
Which is
definition.
crazy.
strange. Yeah.
This says they are between 1.5 to 4 times as strong as a human.
Pause for a second. Pulling back the curtain, folks. You don't have to pause the music. It's quite
okay.
wonderful. Patrick has put a TV in here where we can actually pull up stuff and look at it, and it is cool as snot. I'm not gonna lie. That's pretty cool.
I got tired of trying to turn my computer
Well,
around.
it
so you
is
could see
easier.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie.
So one question is, when she went to live with the chimpanzees, did she continue driving her car, or did she start riding horses like they do?
From the seminal documentary known as Planet of the Apes.
Yes.
Well, and perhaps they learned the British accent from Jane Goodall because she was from London.
Of course.
Now, I can't think of the chimpanzee without thinking about the Clint Eastwood movie, Every Which Way But Loose. Clyde, I believe, was the
It's
chimpanzee.
orangutan, right?
Oh, I thought it was. Is it not a chimpanzee?
I've never seen the movie, but
Oh no! Did I just
believe
get it wrong?
it's
Did I get my monkeys wrong?
the red-haired orangutan.
You're right. It's an orangutan.
Yeah.
I misspoke. Move to strike. Yep. it
Well-
was an orangutan. Yep. Man, Clyde
Coco
was
the
its name.
monkey is having a bad night tonight. His beloved Jane Goodall has gone to that jungle beyond the sky.
Drew, if I can correct you one more time,
She was the original Jane of Tarzan.
Coco's not a monkey. He's a gorilla.
Listen,
Primate, but wrong classification.
There was a monkey named Coco in that group, clan, whatever she was living with.
What do you call a group?
You don't live with monkeys for years and not name one of them Coco.
I'm looking
Fair
at
point. Okay.
I don't care if there was a sign language gorilla named Coco.
Okay, you're not talking about the Coco. You're just talking about
you
any
are
Coco.
right. Jane Goodall. Oh no, it's a gorilla. Yep, you're wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're just talking about just a Coco, not the Coco.
I'm just assuming there was a monkey named Coco.
The sign language gorilla Coco was with a K.
Yeah,
You're
K-O,
talking about
K-O.
Coco with
I'm
a
talking
C.
C-O-C-O.
Obviously. That's our problem.
Okay, all right.
I mean, come on, guys. You doubt me? Really?
No, I'm really just trying to continue to make up for my grammar policing.
Oh.
But there are
Just
some
gonna hold that against me for the rest of my life.
There are some very good remembering Jane Goodall kind of memoriam videos on YouTube right now if you need to see them. I watched a couple in
I don't know if
preparation
I
for
could.
this.
I don't know if my heart could take it right now.
It's too sad.
Yeah,
But that's a life
to
well
wait till I'm
lived doing something she loved.
really strong.
I have a feeling she got a little gamey there when working in the field with the chimpanzees.
Well, you can't. You know, the smell of soap would
You
drive
can't-
those monkeys
you
insane.
cannot wear Chanel #1 into the field.
No, it's not recommended.
No. But I know that's a little bit of a macabre discussion to have tonight. but
It's a departure for you, and bring in the vocabulary tonight.
I was
Yeah,
really trying to be
for real.
Wow.
And
I was
use
really
it-
trying to
and use
be
it appropriately.
I was really trying to be kind of serious, and you guys
No,
found
you
it
weren't.
humorous.
You had Patrick load up a chimp
well
for her name.
well the chimpanzees.
So you can try to keep that straight face in front of your son like that,
the
but I know what you were doing.
chimpanzees would not have known her as Jane Goodall. They don't
Well,
talk.
of course not.
They don't. And it was easier to load up a sound than me
Yeah.
sitting in here making the noise.
Right.
As an apology to our passengers, I had no idea what Jason was asking for. I walked right into that one.
Thank you, Patrick.
All right.
You're welcome anytime.
All right, I will pass the torch. I think we should keep the music playing, though.
You, me, who?
I have my button on. I have my hand on the button.
Okay, let's do a grind my gears.
You know what really grinds my gears?
So there's this thing that people do at the grocery store now and a lot of other places when you check out. What do you guys think about this? You're checking out, a complete stranger they're already looking at what you're buying. And they'll say, "What are you going to do after this?"
Wait, like the person waiting in line behind you?
No, the person scanning your
okay,
groceries.
Okay. All right.
Wait, you don't go to the self-checkout line?
Maybe I should start.
Oh.
I don't.
Is there any other answer other than I'm going to go home and put up groceries?
Well, they'll. Yeah, I mean,
Look,
Have you tried
I got
throwing
some
them off with
frozen
crate?
stuff.
Yeah.
I don't want to
Backgammon.
answer
I'm
that
thinking
question. I
backgammon.
don't know
I'm
who
gonna
you
go
are. Are
play.
you going to follow me where I'm going and kill me? You know, why are you wanting to know this about me?
Which store are you in?
Well, should I? I mean, this is usually at Publix, and I feel like
Really?
I feel like they're being trained. I feel like
they're not going to kill you at Publix.
they must be trained to ask this question. It's like the My Pleasure at Chick-fil-A.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Because there are variations on it. You know, what are you going to do after this? Or is this the last stop you're making today?
Mm. And they don't have self-checkout, so
no.
you can't go to the self-checkout.
The one in Moody does not. Other Publix do.
I bump into Amy at Tattersall.
Mm-hmm.
So I know y'all use that
Yeah.
one down there. That's where we go.
Mm.
Self-checkout over there.
What was the last phrase you just said?
Is this your last stop of the day?
I'm just going to Google it and see if. This is
Are
a
you
thing.
making chili tonight?
Oh, see.
Stop.
Okay.
I don't feel comfortable telling. I mean, you can get real sarcastic. Well, after this, I'm going to go murder somebody's cat.
Is that sarcastic, though?
Oh, yeah, I've never done that before.
No. Me
It
either,
would be
for the record. Can I give you my solution to this?
Well, self-checkout's a pretty good idea.
Self-checkout is a good one. My solution going in all grocery stores, unless I'm with my wife, is earbuds.
Mm.
And I
Yeah.
put them in, and when people talk to me, I pretend I can't hear them.
Doesn't that go a little too far on the antisocial
No, it's
scale?
perfectly comfortable.
I can find nothing around Publix.
you're
yeah.
looking for their
Yeah, because if you Google
procedurals.
if you Google
Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A, My Pleasure, that's a thing that they talk about.
Mhm.
Publix does not appear to be talking about questions at checkout.
Small talk with all strangers should be off limits.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now that's just an intro into my actual segment tonight. I hesitated to bring this up because we're down a parent tonight.
Oh yeah, you are
And
flying solo.
You
Yeah.
guys, I don't know what you're going to do with this
You might
story.
go ahead and put your hand on the mute button just in case.
I'm not even sure I want to say all the words in this story. This is ABC News.
I hope y'all will take it more serious than y'all took mine.
I'm going to edit it as I go. So the headline is: Assistant teacher arrested for allegedly stinking up his school with spray.
Oh, I have seen this.
Surely
story.
you've heard
Yeah.
this. A 32-year-old, this man was in his 30s. South Carolina assistant teacher has been arrested on charges he surreptitiously sprayed his school with a substance that smells like poop, sickening students and causing more than $55,000 in damages. Alexander Paul Robertson Lewis, he's got 4 names, allegedly dispensed the substance at West Florence High School in Florence, South Carolina, over a nearly month-long span, leaving school officials mystified as to the origin of the foul odor. Lewis allegedly obtained the spray designed to imitate fecal odor from an online distributor, according to the sheriff's office. Patrick, can I get you to put up the mugshot of Paul Robertson Lewis?
Oh, they
you
gave
guys
him
gotta
3.
see
They
this.
used all 3 names, and he didn't even kill anyone.
Alexander Paul Robertson Lewis.
Yep.
He's got 4 names.
Oh no.
Does he? Wait a second.
Yeah.
Oh, he does. He looks just like somebody we know.
Oh no. Oh no.
That
What do you-
first shot did.
Hold on. Let me see.
He
if I can
looks
get
like
the-
somebody y'all know.
somebody you know
the
too.
very
Hang
first
on.
picture.
Where's the? Okay, yeah.
Right there.
That's the mugshot.
Who does
Drew,
he
come on.
kind of look like? There is a similarity.
Come on.
Think smiling up in front at deep.
Oh. Oh, okay. Let's move on. Investigators allege that
It's
Lewis
either that or a
used
young Rick Burgess. I can't tell.
Investigators allege that Lewis used the spray on multiple occasions and over time, resulting in a disruption of the school, children requiring medical attention for respiratory issues, and requiring the school to incur an expenditure of over $55,000 for inspection and damage to the school air conditioning system. A motive, this is the best line in the article, a motive for the alleged act remains under investigation.
The motive is to be funny.
The motive is this guy is not very smart. You had him teaching kids, and he thought it was hilarious.
Oh, that's
He
awesome.
did it for a month.
Drew, why do
He
you
didn't just do it one
why
time.
do you think they avoided the real term for this? It's called fart spray.
Well, I was trying not to say that.
Oh, man.
Jason started the podcast out talking about our young listeners,
Yeah.
and
At my
Okay,
house
boys and
growing
girls,
up, that
let's
was a
not
bad
talk
word.
like that.
I
Let's not talk
have
like that.
smelled this.
but that's
It
what it's
does
called.
not smell like poop. It smells bad, but it does not smell like
Is it
poop.
sulfuric kind of
Uh,
smell?
Not really. It's just really
It's just-
strong and
It's
overwhelming.
just gross.
And it's not. It doesn't smell good, but I wouldn't say it smells like poop.
And this
Apparently,
stuff has
this
been
is something
around.
that's being done on TikTok. It's a prank
Yeah.
on TikTok.
It's been around for years and years because I know for a fact, that if you're at Winterfest, say circa 1995, and you drop a vial of it, it will open up a pretty big circle in the middle of the crowd. I know
Yeah.
for a fact. I've seen it happen.
a little tincture, right?
Mhm.
Like a little
yeah,
glass.
this little glass, and you just drop
in the
it.
90s, one of my friends
Yeah.
cleared a lunchroom with one of
Yeah.
those. And it was, I think there was sulfur in it.
It looked like a crop circle in Winterfest, the crowd.
Can we go back to his names for just a second?
Yeah.
Are you sure they got his name right? Because he's got 3 first names and 1 last name. But
Well,
the
it's
last
in there
name,
at least twice.
But the last name in his name is his third name. Alexander Paul Robertson Lewis.
Oh,
you're saying Robertson
feels
is
like yeah.
yeah. His last name is
Well,
Or at this
maybe
point,
Robertson was his maiden name.
at this point, at this
That got
point,
me.
why not just name your kid 4 first names?
There are a lot of questions left
know, I
unanswered
know.
with this guy,
Okay.
and motive is not the biggest
How does
question.
it
We get
damage
the
an
motive.
air conditioning system? That's what I want
It
to know.
probably gets in there, and if the air conditioner
Stinks up the vent
if the
work.
ducts are lined in insulation, it probably gets in there, and you can't get it out.
Okay.
He's not interested in making any comment at this time. A man who said he was Lewis's brother told ABC News.
His comment was,
He was arrested on charges of disturbing. See, that's what I was wanting to know. What's the charge? So here's the charge on charges of disturbing schools and malicious injury to property with a value of over $10,000. So there is
is
it's
that a felony or misdemeanor?
I would guess a misdemeanor. It doesn't say here.
It'd
He's
be
being
rough.
held on $9,000 and $9,090 bond.
Oddly specific.
Not immediately clear if Lewis has obtained a lawyer.
wouldn't
He's
wanna-
alleged to have. I'm sorry.
I wouldn't want a public defender.
No. Well, that's probably what he's going to wind up with. He's alleged to have sprayed the stinky substance at the school between August 25th and September 19th, according to the sheriff's office. During that time span, students complained of experiencing nausea, dizziness, and headaches from the gas-like odor. Personally, as a student, every time I go to my second block class, I walk up the stairwell and immediately teachers are covering their noses and their mouths, coughing because of the smell, a student told WPDE. I got physically sick the other day because of the smell. I feel like I'm going to pass out because I get so lightheaded and so dizzy. Anyway, that mugshot, I wish our listeners could see it. It says it all. This guy, he's supposed to be a teacher. And as it turns out, he still hasn't grown up. The students are probably more mature than he was.
It also feels weird to
Probably doesn't seem that funny to him now.
Yeah, a school seems like a bad place to do it just because they are pretty otherwise protected by law and, it's kids and all of that. Seems like if you're going to do that, why not like walk through, I don't know, a Publix where they aren't exactly going to catch you.
Was that in South Carolina?
Yeah.
I'm looking up the law.
Florence, South Carolina.
Trying to see what this is.
When my classmate threw that stink bomb, I think is what they called it, in high school, we had a meeting with the principal. And nobody would rat my friend out, so he was real mad. He couldn't find out who it was. And he said that, and I don't know if this was true, you couldn't fact check your principal back in those days.
Right.
It was pre-internet. But he was claiming that was classified as a firearm.
Like explosive, maybe of some kind. I mean, even
And
It's
that
like
he
in-
could charge him, but they didn't. Well, this was a spray.
right.
It's like in Despicable Me when he orders a dart gun and he gets
That's true.
and he gets a fart gun. Sorry for that word. You can censor it if you
Kids, we're not suggesting you use these terms.
nor should you use the spray or the scent because you don't want to go to prison. Can you
Now,
imagine?
Some of you are giggling right now. Stop it. Just stop it.
I think I would like to know why you two are so, I don't know, you're self-censoring here with the word, with that word.
well,
Yeah.
only
When-
because
when
my
not-
mom hates that word.
When not too many episodes ago, we were literally talking about a bathroom accident in graphic detail.
Some feedback from that has,
Did we get
And they-
feedback?
Did we get feedback?
well,
I didn't
you know.
get feedback other than I'm sorry that
a lot of
happened to
people
you.
said it was gross.
Well,
I mean,
of course
Well, it
it's
was gross, yeah.
and I agree.
yeah.
Yeah.
But Mom,
But-
you should be proud. I've only said that word once while we've been
I
live.
almost bleeped it.
Jason, I think this is the first time you've said that word in your whole life.
Oh no, Mom can
Okay.
attest
Okay.
otherwise. But
Oh. I was trying to help you out.
How would you like to roll up into like county prison? And they're like, what you in for? Did you shiv somebody?
You think he told a lie?
It's like, are you here for Grand Theft Auto?
I robbed a convenience store.
Yeah, I killed a man.
Yeah.
I mean, you got to go. Yeah.
I can picture him think, no, actually what happened was I ordered this spray and it was really strong and I sprayed it in the school thinking it would be funny.
Do you guys
And
ever
it
watch
wasn't.
TikTok videos?
Because I guarantee you he wears skinny leg jeans.
What if-
you can look at the picture. And
What
tell.
if he smuggled it into the prison?
Oh, yeah.
He's still doing it.
He's like a serial sprayer.
Yeah. And he just tells.
He will not fare as well
Do you
among
think-
that population.
Do you think his crime name in the gang is Poopery?
Yeah. All right. This is what I was
Tim,
worried
come
about.
home. Come home, Tim.
Let's move on.
Well, I got some local news.
Okay.
I need a good sound effect for this, some news anchor sound effect. But guys, we're getting a new restaurant.
I saw that.
I saw that.
I'm so excited. If it's the one you're talking.
Thankfully, it's not Mexican.
Though we love our Mexican brothers.
We do. Apparently, where Old Smoky was, that building got bought and is going to be a primo pizza and pasta.
Oh,
So,
I saw a
Getting
different restaurant.
Me
getting a little
too.
Italian. Oh,
Yeah, there's more.
okay.
But wait,
But-
there's more.
What? Well, I was just going to say what's happening in Leeds Facebook group is a buzz about primo pizza and pasta, and my favorite comment: primo pizza sounds Mexican. So
No, it
It's
doesn't.
a primo.
It's not even-
It's Italian.
Italian.
Yeah.
So what's this other restaurant?
Go ahead after you, Drew.
It's called Sweet Caroline's. It's not the first. Apparently, there's another one somewhere in the Birmingham area,
Mhm.
and they are going to be on Main Street, and it's a pizza
Downtown?
place too.
Within walking distance.
Okay,
Pizza and ice cream all in one place.
Looks like 9th Street, maybe.
Where's 9th Street?
Down there by where the old Alabama Power building.
Oh,
It's
okay.
that road that cuts through
That's
towards
great.
the middle school.
All right. Look, we are on the up and up, y'all.
well,
Hey,
and
did
that's
you see
not
their
all.
menu?
No, I didn't.
So let me just give you a quick. So this is Sweet Caroline's. Let me give you a little quick view of the menu here. Why won't my phone zoom? So breakfast, waffle sandwiches, bacon, egg, and cheddar, sausage, egg, and cheddar, honey. You think eventually I'd learn this. Honey, butter.
Okay, so we got
chicken,
breakfast. Oh,
and then
that
it's got
surprises me.
Hey, and then
Oh,
it's
man,
got just
breakfast.
waffles, and their waffles sound really, really good. There is the Southern Maple Delight, the Strawberry Nutella, S'mores Chocolate Chip, Peanut Butter Dream, Bacon Cheddar, and there's chicken and waffle. But wait, like the third wise man said, but wait, there's myrrh.
Where's the rim shot when you need it?
They also have lunch stuff. They have lunch
Yeah.
stuff on the menu.
Well, I would imagine. I'm
They
surprised they have. There it is.
They have wraps. They have
Nice.
the Plain Jane, the Howdy Cowboy, Buffalo Betty, Bless Your Heart, King Club, and the Cluck Norris.
I thought this was a pizza place.
No, this is Sweet Caroline's. I'm looking at their menu right now.
So where's their other location?
I don't know. I didn't see
it
that.
looks like there's one in Gardendale.
Okay.
But I am pretty stoked about
So
it.
when you
well,
said,
and I've got a third one.
oh,
there
another
is-
one.
On the end of the main drag there, that used to be the wooden anchor.
Yes.
They have a sign there that says "Coming soon, Remnant Coffee,"
Yes.
Okay,
I
coffee
saw
shop.
that
I
too.
did see that.
Yeah.
which I don't understand because the bookstore wanted to do a coffee bar and they weren't allowed to because of codes.
Codes like in the building
about
they
the
were
building.
renting.
Yeah, and they're just
Yes.
3 doors down from that place. So
Do you think it's the same
Kind of
people?
skeptical. No, I don't
Okay.
think it is. I have no reason
Yeah.
for saying.
Well,
I
but
just
the
don't
new
have that feel.
administration starts at the first council meeting in November. So maybe this is all change. There's a change coming, Drew. I'm just
Changes are
thankful.
coming.
So during the fall and the early spring, I love to walk around downtown. Like I'll walk to the post office. I'll walk to go eat lunch at the Three-Eared Rabbit.
Mhm.
Now I've got another place I can walk to grab some lunch.
Jason, this
awesome.
is going to be. Is it going to be enough to get you to change your routine?
I think it will. It'll be
Or
my
start a new routine.
It'll probably be my Wednesday stop because right now Wednesday is up in the air. It's like, do I do Chick-fil-A? But because Tuesdays are Waffle House, Thursdays are the Three-Eared Rabbit. So Wednesday may become Sweet Caroline's
It's your flexible
lunch
day.
Yeah, it's my
But
flex
what
day.
a great couple hours. You go down to Sweet Caroline's, get you a good lunch,
Hit the
go to
bookstore.
Remnant, get a coffee, walk down to the Borough bookstore and peruse.
Stop by and talk with Miss Neva at Mum and Me for a little bit. She's the coolest vendor we've got in town. I love me some Miss Neva.
I don't get recognized a lot because Amy's the celebrity in our house.
Mhm.
But every time I walk into Mum and Me, which is several times a year to buy a gift for Amy,
Absolutely.
she knows exactly who I am every single time and knows Amy. And that,
That's great.
She helped me out. In fact, I was in there today. They had some shirts in there that I wanted, t-shirts that are Leeds t-shirts, and they're pretty cool looking. And I was like, oh, they don't have these in my size. And she was like, we got another shipment coming in. I'll put 2 behind the counter and I'll call you when they come in. Called me. I came down and got them.
Patrick, I think you have a recognizable voice because of this podcast. So
very
if
much
people
so,
hear you speaking,
very much so. I don't
like,
talk a
that's
lot.
Patrick Birch
Yeah, I
from
don't-
Passages.
I definitely don't talk a lot
Well-
for reasons we talked about earlier of just small talk in public.
Well, what I saw in the football game against
are you doing
Briarwood is
today?
your head is very
Yes,
recognizable
it is.
too. Because you
I was on
you
TV.
stood right up in front of the camera and that beautiful head of hair. One day I'm going to run my fingers through it. It's going to get weird.
So how's it going today? What are you doing after this?
Well, I was going to talk for just a second about waffles.
Okay.
You got to start saying some just off the wall stuff and just see if you can make them more uncomfortable than they're making you. I think that's what you got to. When you talked
think
about
so.
waffles,
Yeah.
anytime somebody talks about waffles, this scene immediately comes to my head.
Oh, this is gonna be fun. We can stay up late, swapping manly stories, and in the morning, I'm making waffles.
That's from Shrek.
Yes.
And is probably my favorite line from a movie. And I don't know why.
It's a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm
I
all
like it.
for some waffles. Now, I'm not a big chicken and waffles fan though. It's a lot of eating, a lot of food.
Pretty heavy.
Chicken and waffles where it's not chicken tenders is even just, it's too much work.
Yes. I don't
You have
want
to get it
work.
off the bone,
Yeah.
off a true wing.
You know, I don't like chicken on the bone. Can I just say that out loud? It's too much work. It's the same thing. I love ribs. I don't like eating ribs because they get messy.
Yeah.
Yep.
Corn on the cobs.
I understand that.
Yeah.
Well, take a quick break and we got a bad preacher here in a bit. All right, you guys ready for some bad preacher?
Ready?
Bad preachers.
Put your hand on that television.
And you wouldn't go about establishing your own kingdom in the video room.
Can I be hot with y'all, humble, open, and transparent?
Could it be?
We are, I believe, 3 weeks out from the Charlie Kirk assassination. So everybody has seen reactions to this in political formats, on the media, on podcasts, on social media. There's been all across the board, some really awful reactions, some positive ones. Everybody seems to have an opinion about it, and there are different ways to respond. Churches have grappled with how to respond to this cultural moment that I'm sure we'll look back on in the same way that we've looked back on other assassinations. It was pivotal, and we don't even know yet how it will change our country, but it's changing things. It feels like it is anyway. Well, our bad preacher segment is one church's response to the Charlie Kirk assassination. I think it will be self-explanatory. we'll go ahead and play it. And I believe the preacher, the bad preacher in this instance, introduces what's about to happen, and then it happens. And if it's not self-explanatory, we'll explain it after you play the clip. So go ahead.
Clip, I think it was created, I know it was created on AI, artificial intelligence, from the words of Charlie Kirk. I was so moved just to hear it between services. You're hearing something the first service didn't. But I want you to watch this clip and hear what Charlie is saying regarding what happened to him this past week.
First, I want you to know I'm fine, not because my body is fine, but because my soul is secure in Christ. Death is not the end. It's a promotion. Don't waste 1 second mourning me. I knew the risks of standing up in this cultural moment, and I'd do it all over again. Second, do not let this violence divide us further. The enemy wants chaos, fear, and retaliation. Don't give it to them. Instead, double down on truth. Double down on courage. Double down on your faith and on your families. That is how you honor me. Third, remember this. America is worth it. Free speech is worth it. Fighting for the unborn, for families, for sanity in a culture gone mad. It is all worth it. So dry your tears, pick up your cross, and get back in the fight. Do it with joy. Do it with strength. And never, ever let evil think it won.
That was a horrible vocalization.
Yeah, you could tell it was fake.
It was even choppy.
I don't know.
Is there
Does he
more?
say something afterwards? I'm just wondering how do you work your way out of this?
Who are all the
There's a
people standing behind
ovation.
him? Who are all the people on stage behind him? Is that the praise team? Yeah. Do they stand the whole time the preacher speaks?
I guess that's all we're going to get is just applause for the rest of it.
So he said, hear from Charlie about what happened to him last week.
Exactly. Yes.
So did
what
Charlie
happened the
write-
week before is that Charlie died.
They used AI to generate from clips of what he had said. I mean, I've listened to. I used to follow a lot of his videos where he would do these. So it's like they used AI to clip together a bunch of little fragments of conversations he had had in the past to make it say that. I wonder if somebody wrote it and then had AI search it.
I think it's worse than that, Jason. What I think I just heard was, first of all, an AI generated imitation of Charlie Kirk. I don't think those are actual recordings.
You don't think they pieced together pieces of
I don't think so.
Wow.
Do you, Patrick?
I'm unsure.
I think they created his voice with AI.
Yeah,
and
they copied his voice and somebody wrote the script.
And put in, I don't think they put this much time into it, but they said, look over Charlie Kirk's speeches and imagine what he would say if he could speak right now. And then allowed the computer to do everything.
Wow.
It doesn't sound like something that had a lot of prep because he said, I heard this between the services.
And then on the fly just decided, I'm going to play this for my congregation of, it looks like a few hundred people.
It looks like a lot of people.
Big place.
Where
is this church? Is this in Texas?
I didn't look that up.
Yeah.
Do you think they ran this by
Prestonwood Baptist Church?
Charlie's wife?
No.
Why would you do that?
So, most of the message was pretty general. And I don't remember all that was said, but, he said things like, don't mourn me for a second. Well, that's a little presumptuous. Maybe he would want to be mourned. Who knows?
Yeah.
Don't put words into somebody's mouth after they've been shot.
Yeah, it's in Prosper, Texas. Thought it looked like one of the Texas.
And the standing ovation at the end, surely there were some people in the crowd that were uncomfortable with that. Or maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I shouldn't be uncomfortable with it, but it seems putting words in somebody's mouth is just
it seems a
not
bit
a good thing.
it seems a bit inappropriate.
I don't know. I could be wrong. I don't think this guy even knew Charlie Kirk personally.
Okay, so that's a suburb. It's in the suburbs of Dallas.
Okay. Well, it reminded me, a friend of mine spoke at chapel at Freed Hardeman a few weeks ago. And I asked Ava what she thought about it. And she thought the lesson was good, but she said, Dad, he used AI on all his PowerPoint slides.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's funny. I told her, I said, what's funny is he was probably thinking he was being relevant to the young crowd by using this new technology, but it outs you as an old person.
What do you mean he used AI?
For the visuals? Like all the pictures
so they were AI generated.
That made
and
Ava
it has that look.
That made Ava uncomfortable?
Not uncomfortable. It's just kind of
very boomery.
Yeah. Yeah.
Cringe. It was very cringe.
Probably not as far as cringe, but just a little old fashioned, even though it's new technology. I think a lot of us, I was about to say older people, but it's not just older people. I think a lot of us don't really know where to stop with this AI stuff. And when you're bringing the dead back and putting words in their mouths, that you've crossed the line.
I feel like that's too far. I think,
especially a week after they were shot in front of,
it's a bridge too far.
I think using it for things like PowerPoints. I mean, in that case, a lot of times it can be a time saver because you can write in, or you can even talk to it. In some cases, you can write in plain language what you want. And for the most part, it'll maybe get close and then you can go tweak it and edit it to be exactly what you want. But I agree with you on the whole. I mean, when someone is gone, it feels a little weird to go put clips of, I mean, maybe he said all those things somewhere along the way and they just put it into one speech or something. But that, I don't know. That just,
it's odd. I don't like it. And I love AI. I use AI a lot because it expedites a lot of processes. So I can say, hey, here's my data. I need you to give me this in visual format so that I can look at it and adjust it. Boom. I've got what I need done. But for something like that, I'm uncomfortable with it. And maybe it's something we're going to have to become comfortable with. I mean, that may be something that's,
I don't know. I think that will always be wrong. You don't speak for somebody who can't speak.
Do you think that he might have, I mean, he would have said it because some people in high profile lines of work that know there's a risk will sometimes maybe prepare for an eventuality like I am assassinated.
Mm-hmm.
But it would not be an AI generated kind of, because he says this was AI generated.
Yeah. But I mean, maybe he could have written this down and they decided to go put it to an AI trained voice, but he didn't say that.
That would be different.
Yeah, he didn't say that though.
No. My understanding is they just said, what would Charlie Kirk say?
Yeah.
If he were able to speak from the grave? And, AI will do whatever you tell it to do. And
the thing that also bothers me about this is doing that from the pulpit.
Yeah. That's not the place.
Share it on your social media if you think it's cool.
And I'd feel differently about it maybe. Well, I still wouldn't like it, but it'd be different in a different context.
Yeah. I mean, clearly that's what makes this a bad preacher because it's a preacher in the pulpit and that's not preacher things. That's not.
And even if what it said was there was truth behind it, let's not take away time that could be used to, I don't know, teach Bible.
Yeah. What did you prepare for this Sunday?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I bet the first service was disappointed.
Yeah, they didn't get to hear that.
Oh, man, they're playing.
Man, they got it easy
ghosts.
Up there. They're doing AI.
They got ghosts talking in the second service.
That's a weird one. That we've done some really
that was different,
like bizarre, both extreme to the fundamental side and extreme to the woke side.
Mm-hmm.
That's the most uncomfortable one I think we've done.
Yeah. Well, and it's what's going on in our country right now. It's what everybody's thinking about. And like I said at the beginning, there are all kinds of different responses going on right now about the Kirk assassination. And there's a lot of, I hesitate to say too much about it, but there are a lot of people that are trying to jump onto the tragedy and score some points in one way or another.
Absolutely.
Right.
Now, I would be all on board. There are some former members here that if we could get an AI voice of them coming back and talking, it would just be sentimental to hear it.
Yeah.
But
we have some recordings of those people. You don't even have to AI generate them. Just go back and
we
listen.
played one a few weeks ago. So how did they do the voice AI? Because I've heard people have sent me songs that they have
composed
and
there's actually a website that you can go describe a song and give it lyrics, and it will, and you say, I want this to be Justin Bieber like, something like that. You give them an artist, and it will style it after the style you give it, and then it will sing it and put backing track in there. A guy at work made one about our boss, and it was, he wrote the lyrics, and then he told in the prompt, he told it what he wanted it to sound like, and it spit something out. So the voice thing, if that was a generated voice and not clips put together, which it sounded generated to me, maybe.
I have no clue.
Because there was very little,
I agree.
There was very little variation.
There was no inflection change.
Pretty flat.
Well, I'm just saying it may have pulled the words from his speeches and then done the voice. I don't know.
Sure.
Might have done some of that. Yeah.
So you can actually clone a voice, and it's actually really scary. With about 8 seconds worth of a recording of you, someone can make that was mostly convinced. You could tell who it was supposed to be, but they can make a clone of your voice with AI these days. That's really dangerous. But I just Googled AI trained voice, and the very first thing is create a replica of your voice that sounds just like you.
No.
Now I'm wondering, okay. I'm going to sign up and do it real quick.
We're going to do this live?
We're going to do this live.
Cool. All right. So Jason, you and I got to do some time filler. You got any more Jane Goodall information?
I feel like you haven't taken Jane Goodall's passing very seriously.
I still don't know what's your motive. We're talking about the motive of the guy with the
trying
spray.
To just
I don't know.
Share the news that one of the foremost anthropologists in the world, researchers, studiers, just somebody who brought so much to science had passed. It would be like Darwin passing.
I kind of feel like you were really selling that until you
had the chimp call out her name.
Until you wanted to play what the chimps would have called her.
Well, what do you think they called her? Mrs. Goodall? Dr. Goodall?
They could have used sign language.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, I can hear the clicking in here. I didn't know. Turn this down for a second. We'll do some text to speech.
Have you already recorded your voice?
Not yet. I'm answering all of its startup questions here. I'm hoping it's something where I can just.
I'm predicting that when Skynet forms, it's going to have Patrick's voice, and it's shutting everything down.
Okay.
Do you think once you get this done for all four of us that you could just automatically generate a podcast every week?
Yes, I think we could. Actually, that funny thing about this is I fed 5 of our episodes to Google has a thing called Notebook LM, and the LM is language model. The LLM that Mackenzie was talking about is called large language model.
Mm-hmm. I'm familiar.
Yeah. And I fed it. I just gave it 5 of our MP3s. And it generated a 15-minute summary podcast about with two hosts, different voices, but with 2 hosts, and it gave a really concise of those 5 episodes, a really concise summary of it. It was pretty cool.
That's insane.
Okay, you do have to. Dang it. They get you in here they have a free plan, and then you get in here and
you got
to clone the voice, you have to subscribe.
Then there's the old cash.
Yeah. That's what we run into. People wanting our money. And then they want to know what you're going to do after you spend the money.
Yep.
Where are you going after this?
Well, I thought about to my car.
Is this your last stop for the day? Where do you live? You married?
I'm telling you, man. Just point at the earbuds. Works every time.
Sorry, I can't hear.
On the phone.
There's times I walk around the store. I'm not even listening to anything. I just put my earbuds in so people will leave me alone.
I forgot this one. I have to buy cat food a lot. And so that, how many fur babies do you have at home?
No.
Oh, no.
I got that one day. I was
No
like,
way.
No.
I have a cat.
How's Foo Poodles doing?
And then, do you have a picture?
No. That is
I'm
a foul.
checking out at the grocery store.
That is a foul.
Well, Julie.
Did you go to management? I would have gone to management.
Julie got out a picture.
I'm going to need to speak to your manager.
You're
please.
showing pictures of the cat.
Who's in charge of
calling
hiring?
it a fur baby?
Who's in charge of hiring and firing
store.
here? I need to speak to them. You have violated my personal space.
Excuse me, ma'am. I'm going to speak to your manager.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
As a quick pivot here, even though we're
If you start saying "I am job" just over and over, like in Mrs. Doubtfire, that helps too.
That's a good idea.
I was gonna try to pull up the summary podcast here. And see.
We're off the rails tonight.
We are. We're so off the rails. Here it is.
Welcome to the Deep Dive. We take all kinds of sources, notes, research, random observations, and we really try to pull out what matters.
Right. We cut through the noise to find those moments that really make you think.
Think of us as your guides for that.
And today,
I hate how they put in the
to make it
sound
more human.
Yeah. It's a really eclectic mix. We're going from, quirky local stuff and some pretty big global travel.
And they're talking about us.
All the way to how the mind works, animal intelligence, even famous quotes.
So this was episodes 80 through 84, which included your trip to Ghana, our talk about octopi.
The mission, as always, is to connect those dots, maybe find some surprising truths, and help you feel truly well informed.
Exactly. So where do we start? Local.
Yeah, let's start local. Right in the neighborhood, almost. Remember that yard art saga, Oliver Crossing?
From the OC.
Oh yeah, the giant inflatable cell phone that looked like it had sprung a leak or a breach.
That was it. And then came the donkey, the pig.
A whole menagerie, and those little kids' Power Wheels cars scattered around.
Well surrounded by no trespassing signs.
Which was, kind of funny. But the interesting part really was how it ended.
Right. He just had to mow the lawn.
Exactly. Practicality wins. Weeks of this display.
That's the craziest thing.
You know what makes me mad is these guys are better than we are.
Messages people are trying to send.
I think I disagree with that.
They don't have the sarcasm nor the cutting wit.
Nope.
And they don't have a Patrick.
And with yard stuff.
We have our own
think
AI.
about how it lands?
That's a good question. It ties into community space, public expression.
Let me skip ahead and see if I can
sources about what Leeds actually needs.
Or wants, anyway. More sit-down places, right?
Yeah, like a meat and three or another sandwich shop. Maybe like the old third squirrel, was it, 3-year rabbit?
Right. Civic center. Want amenities, basketball courts, a pool, like Trussville or Moody have.
And bringing back the golf course. The old Terry Walker one.
Yeah,
instead of more housing developments. Yeah, it's about.
And so you just fed it and said, summarize it.
I uploaded episodes 80 through 84, so 5 episodes, just the MP3s. I didn't do anything else. And I can ask it questions about those episodes and generate stuff like this. It was pretty neat. Because what I was trying to do was get it to give me summaries of all of our episodes, so that as we go toward episode 100, we could go back and maybe replay some of our favorite moments.
Really cool, yeah.
But I'm not going to listen. I don't want to listen to 99 episodes to go back and find parts of episodes, right? So I feel like I just said episodes way too many times. You don't even say it too many times, like you lose the meaning.
Those guys wouldn't have done that.
They would not have. So I'm still working on that because I think a throwback.
I think that would be really like,
yeah.
That would be pretty cool.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
And if they generated it, we could all be in bed before 10:30.
We could just play that.
which ain't happening tonight.
Speaking of getting to bed, let's wrap up this bad preacher segment and come
Is
back
this our
with
longest
a
bad preacher segment?
Yeah,
probably.
We've done a lot more than just bad preaching.
All right, we'll be back in a few. Welcome back, passengers. It is finally time for our quote for tonight. And tonight's quote comes from Hippocrates of the Hippocratic Oath, I believe.
Mm-hmm. I believe so.
So here's the quote. Everyone wants to heal until the medicine arrives in the form of discipline.
That's a great quote.
Rings true. Hippocratic Oath. That's basically, I know it's long, but it's basically do no harm.
Yep.
And this was the father of medical ethics, if I understand his history correctly.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know his dates, but I think he goes back before Christ, if I'm not mistaken. In the classical Greek period, maybe.
Yeah, 460 BC to 370 BC.
Yeah, that's old.
Circa, because they don't actually know.
Yeah, yeah. So this
what
is about
circa
medicine.
means?
Yeah.
Okay.
Somewhere is circa means like
around,
okay. Right? Circle. Is that right?
Yeah. Sure. I'm contemplating the quote right now, and I'm just noticing something about it. It's, it's all about what healing looks like, what we think healing should look like.
Mm.
And I think most of us, at least when we're young, before we learn things, is we get a cut, we want that cut to heal, and we don't want a scar. We bruise our knee, we want complete healing, we don't want to feel any pain. We want it to go back to the way it was. And that is the anguish of the soul so often is, I just want things to go back to the way they were. And the truth about life is, from minute to minute, things change. Life is all about change, and you can't go back to the way you were. So healing is not restoration to what it was before.
It's not instant gratification.
Right. It's well, more than that. It's just not a reversal. It's not going back in time. It's not a time machine. Healing leaves scars physically, pain, limps. I was talking to a friend tonight about Jacob wrestling the angel. And I asked him, have you ever thought about the fact that after that, Jacob never walked the same? The angel touched his hip socket and dislocated his hip, and he walked with a limp from that day forward. So healing is not that. It leaves scars, and it's not supposed to be. We're constantly changing. And what comes after the injury or the sin should be something more mature. I almost said better, but more mature, stronger than what was before. I got some more ideas on that, but y'all may have some thoughts that you want to share.
You're making me think of, they want to go back to where they were, or they want it to be stronger, which takes some time, but also requires intention. If you want that cut on your hand to heal, you're going to have to treat it, or it's going to get infected. If you want that relationship to be mended, you're going to have to go to that person, be uncomfortable, apologize or talk about it, or whatever needs to happen. And so it's an action you have to take. And that is oftentimes uncomfortable for you, the person who needs the healing, perhaps, or maybe the other person needs the healing and you're trying to help heal them, and that's still uncomfortable.
So I've spent some time with physical therapy in recent months because I found out last Friday a torn tendon in my elbow. And I spent some time with them, and one day I was in there and there was a lady who I think she was recovering from maybe hip replacement or something like that, but she was complaining about how bad one of the exercises, stretches, whatever they were doing, was hurting. And I mean, it's a very cliche thing to say, but the physical therapist just kept reassuring her that there was very little gain without pain, that the only way to healing was to work through that pain. That pain was not necessarily a source of something bad, but pain can also be a source of healing. You know, as your body heals and scars, the skin tightens up around that area. It can create some tenderness. I've been doing like the TENS unit, stem work, ice, heat, massage, stretching, and my arm's killing me tonight. But I know that if I want it to feel somewhat normal again in the future, I've got to continue doing these things that are kind of uncomfortable right now in order to find some level of relief and comfort down the road. And healing is that way. We all want to be instantly better. I think something you said is we all want to go back to where we were before. And sometimes that's not possible at all, especially as we get older. I mean, I would love to, 20 years ago, if my elbow was hurting, 3 days later, after a couple ibuprofen, I feel a lot better. This has been going on for weeks and weeks and weeks. And it doesn't seem to be getting a lot better. But also, I've got to be willing to stick it out, put in that work. And I think that's where some of this discussion about discipline comes in, is you've got to be willing to go through what may seem difficult to find some relief, whether that's physical, emotional, mental, any of that.
A quote that I'd been saving for a long time, but it's so similar to the Hippocrates quote, is, did I say it right?
You did.
Okay.
I wish you would have said it.
If you had
Hippocrates?
Said, if you had said Hippocrates, I'd have fallen off the chair.
This is Hemingway. The world breaks everyone, and afterward many are strong at the broken places.
Yeah.
Well, they say that a broken bone always heals back stronger in the place of the break.
It's stronger, but it's different. It's not like a brand new bone anymore. Yeah. You know, my daughter broke her collarbone playing basketball a few years ago. And, you know, sometimes it bothers her. The weather will make it hurt, and there's a little bump there and it bothers her. It's not the same. That's what's bothering her. But it's probably stronger, and she's stronger because she endured that. And
I like it's not the same.
Yeah.
You're going to be different on the other side of whatever is going on.
Whatever it is. I'm going to be different after this podcast. Every minute we're different.
Yep.
And I think that's what this quote has brought out to me. I know it's not a whole lot about what I'm saying is not a lot about the discipline end of things, but it just really got my wheels turning on life and how we just grieve the loss of what was.
Yep.
And we do that ridiculously because...
And to our detriment.
Nothing ever stays the same. And if it does, if it did, it would be a terrible existence.
I guess healing back stronger, growing back stronger made me think of, this is going to be super niche and nerdy, but there's a Japanese concept, and I'm going to get this wrong, but I think it's kintsugi is how you say it, but it's the art of repairing broken pottery with gold serving as the thing that binds the pieces back together. So if you drop a bowl and you want to repair it, you use a lacquer mixed with gold, and the pottery is stronger after that because the gold is harder than the clay, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
But it also creates this beautiful, I'll put a picture up here for you, creates this beautiful, it's different.
It looks like it's got veins in it or something.
It's different, but it's also beautiful in a different way than what the original pottery was. And the thing I'm reading here says it embodies a philosophy of accepting and finding beauty in flaws and imperfections. So, when you heal, you were never perfect, but you're less perfect even still, right? But still in some way you're stronger, you're better.
Mm-hmm.
You've got gold veins running through whatever the fractured part was. I mean, speaking metaphorically, not about bones. It'd be kind of weird to have bones put back together with gold lacquer.
That's a great illustration of what this is all about. And there's no easy way to get stronger.
No.
I mean, am I correct in saying that when you lift weights, you're actually tearing your muscles?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you break down
and
the muscle
and that's what makes them bigger.
They build up bigger.
Yeah, when they heal, they heal thicker. Kind of like what we were talking about with the bone. It gets stronger because it's a little thicker in that spot. And so that's where you see people with huge muscles. They break their muscles literally a lot more than other people.
Well, and I think it ties back into discipline in that none of us like discipline. I mean, part of that is just part of being disciplined is being a student and learning, gaining knowledge from something. And that's something discipline almost always has, at least to me, it always has a negative connotation, but there are also some positive connotations to discipline. Discipline can come in many, many forms. You can be disciplined by another, you can self-discipline, but the idea there is that you're learning from what you're going through. To be disciplined is to learn from your mistakes, to learn from your brokenness, to learn as you're being repaired and rebuilt. I mean, I may be wrong, but I'm almost certain that the idea of disciple is the same word that comes out in discipline. It's being a student, it's gaining knowledge. And so we've got to be willing in our own personal life to sometimes take some of that medicine of discipline so that we can grow, so that we can heal, so that we can be stronger. And we may not like it. I mean, they told me when they came back with the MRI results, they gave me three options. One option was do nothing, keep trying physical therapy. Maybe it gets better, maybe it doesn't. You're getting older. Option 2 was we can do plasma-rich proteins, which we draw your plasma out, spin it up, put it in an injection, shoot it in your arm, and hope that your body heals itself.
Sounds complicated.
And it doesn't, not covered by insurance. So
of course it's not.
Of course it's not. Or the third option, surgery, which means in a sling immobilized for 4 to 6 weeks.
Which is covered by insurance.
Yeah, but also means 4 to 6 weeks of how am I going to work with one hand.
Yeah.
And I don't like any of those at all. But I'm going to have to pick one of them to try to move forward from this. Otherwise, I'm just going to continue in a state of being uncomfortable. And it's not going to be fun no matter what. But that healing comes through that idea of this is not pleasant, but it's making me better.
I like what you're saying about the teaching aspect of discipline, because I think one of the things that we do to confuse ourselves is we conflate punishment with discipline.
Yeah.
And they can be, you can discipline through punishment, but you can also have punishment without discipline.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of kids get punished and they don't grow through it. They don't
understand why they're being punished.
Yeah, right. They're not being educated as they are being punished. And really that's abuse. When you just punish a kid and you don't tell him why you're punishing him, or you don't try to help him grow through it. You're just mad at him and you want to inflict pain, whether it's physical or psychological or whatever. So I like what you said. I think discipline always has an educational aspect to it. We like to tie these quotes into passages, so I thought I'd read a little from Hebrews 12, beginning of verse 5. Have you forgotten the exhortation that addresses you as sons? My son, do not regard lightly the discipline of the Lord, nor be weary when reproved by him. For the Lord disciplines the one he loves and chastises every son whom he receives. It is for discipline that you have to endure. God is treating you as sons. For what son is there whom his father does not discipline? If you are left without discipline, in which all have participated, then you are illegitimate children and not sons. Besides this, we've had earthly fathers who disciplined us and we respected them. Shall we not much more be subject to the Father of spirits and live? For they disciplined us for a short time as it seemed best to them, but he disciplines us for our good, that we may share his holiness. For the moment, all discipline seems painful rather than pleasant, but later it yields the peaceful fruit of righteousness to those who have been trained by it. That goes right with what you were saying, Jason. Not everybody benefits from an injury, spiritual or otherwise. Only those who are trained by it, who put their minds to it, who look to it and say, what can I learn from this? What is God trying to teach me here? How can God make me better? How can I grow in my faith? How can I learn to trust him more? If you just say, well, this is senseless and I don't deserve it, and, you know, everything is wrong, and you blame God and you give up, I don't know that you can even say you've been disciplined. So there's, Patrick, did you use the word intention, or one of you did?
Intentional.
Mm-hmm. It's got to be intentional. Yep. You got to approach your suffering with intentionality. That's a word, right?
It is a word. You know, one thing we've been talking around about, and you hit on it a little bit a second ago, Jason, but there's really two definitions of discipline here. There's the punishment kind that you associate with punishment, where you put someone in timeout to think about what they've done, right? That's a punishment. Hopefully they think about what they've done and learn from it. There's also just the discipline of, we were talking about, say, working out.
It's not self-control.
Yeah, it's not a punishment, but it's the same word, discipline, to go to the gym every day, to do, to push yourself every day, which,
it's punishment.
Well, it is, but
you're punishing yourself.
But like in physical therapy, that's a form of punishment. Not that someone's exacting on you, right? Like I'm grounding my kid because they did something bad or something. I want to change their behavior, but it's, if you, tell me what the lady in physical therapy was.
It's strength through pain. It was a hip. Yeah.
Yeah. So if she doesn't get up and walk through the pain, which she's not going to like, and that's just a form of medicine, technically. It doesn't have the discipline to rehab, then she is going to be like Jacob, limping for the rest of her life.
Yeah.
I mean, I think about, you get a knee replacement, and as soon as you wake up, they pretty much got you on your feet.
Yep.
And it hurts. So I just was really more trying to call out the two kinds of discipline.
And I think that's important to see. The other thing too, you touched on it a little bit, Drew, when you have something that has broken you, whether physically, mentally, emotionally broken you, you kind of have two choices. You can sit and live in, may sound cold to say it, but self-pity. You can develop resentment. You can develop a sense of being a victim, that the world is against you, that nothing is in your favor, that God hates you, that this is all wrong and this is how it's going to be forever. Or with discipline, with painful learning through those broken things, whether it's physical, mental, or emotional, you can grow. You have two choices when bad things happen. You can leave things as the status quo, which is I'm hurting, I'm uncomfortable, and that's going to lead to resentment and anger. Or you can take on a little pain and you can grow through it. And I choose the growth side of it. Resentment is awful. Sitting in self-pity is awful. It's ridiculously hard and it's miserable. That's not a fun way to live life. But if I know I'm growing, if I'm gaining healing, if I'm becoming stronger by working through that pain, if I'm learning from what has happened, then I'm going to come out on the other side a much better person.
Yeah. And you just have to let go of what was and make your peace with that. so you can move forward to the phrase is overused, the new normal, but that's what we're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
There's always a new normal. Well, appreciate it, guys. It's getting kind of late. So if y'all are okay, I'm going to wrap this thing up.
Yeah, let's wrap it up. We just passed our normal average time.
Oh, okay.
So we're not
right.
too long or anything.
Well, we don't want
late.
We don't want our sponsors to get antsy. But we appreciate everybody listening. We are excitedly approaching that episode 100, and hope that you will stay with us on that ride. It's going to be a wild ride as we approach that century mark. But we got a lot of work to do between now and then, so stay with us. There's more to come on Passages.
Well, I got a girl who gossips, stabbing lies. She don't care a bit about me. She done right now, don't you see? Don't you see?
Follow us on Instagram at Passages_podcast. And join us next time on Passages.